What's up, everyone? Welcome to another week of What You're Missing. As you can see, this week is going to be somewhat casual. Um, as I talked about in today's blog posts, there weren't really many stories last week. Last week was Thanksgiving, and all anybody wanted to talk about was Black Friday deals. So I'm not going to talk to you about Black Friday deals because you can find them pretty much everywhere on the internet, and I don't care that much about it. So that said, just as a follow-on to a couple of the things that I've talked about in the past, there was a Kickstarter for a peripheral that connected to your controller, and then whenever it rumbled, it drew blood from you. That one's been suspended by Kickstarter, surprise, surprise, so that's probably for the best. Additionally, Star Citizen has placed as their $64 million stretch goal the ability to add pets to the game. And I mean like dogs, monkeys, things like that. So that's pretty cool. I thought it was a spoof or a joke when I read it the first time, but I found it again, so it looks like it's actually for real, and that should be cool. Um, I picked up Dragon Age Inquisition a few days ago, but I've only just today been able to get into it a little bit. I went in and I tweaked like every feature of this guy's face. Got into the game, saw myself in the cutscenes, and realized that my lips, I had like, what's that guy's name? From Aerosmith, the Tyler, what's his name? Anyway, I basically had that guy's mouth with bigger lips, like fuller lips. And it's really kind of hard to look at your own character and be like, and self-identify with it when he's got these big, shiny, overly large mouth lips. I don't know. It was unreal, and so I had to go back in and make him again, and not sort of take over on his lips and just let the game decide that. So I did that. I'm going to try playing as a rogue that dual wields. Again, I only got like half an hour into the game. I went in, I got the game installed, and then I remembered that you can go into Dragon's Keep and pick and choose how the history has laid out before that. And that was 30 to 45 minutes of me sitting there clicking on everything in the keep and looking at the stuff that happened in a game that I never played, which is Dragon Age 2. I played Dragon Age Origins, but I only got like 75% of the way through, and it's been years since I did that, so I didn't remember almost anything there. I don't remember why I played a dwarf, because I don't really like dwarves. Um, but yeah, so I went through, I spent a lot of time in the keep. I learned probably more about lore from that than anything else. Over Thanksgiving, though, one of the things I did find, because I was trying to do research in preparation of going into the keep and making these decisions about sort of what had happened in the history of things, and I found, I'll put a link in it in the bottom, but I found a YouTube series and a group of people who do dramatic retellings and plot synopses of video games like The Elder Scrolls, like Dragon Age, Fallout. I mean, they hire voice actors, writers, directors, producers, and they make this whole thing out of it. So there was like a 9-part series on the lore of Dragon Age and like Dragon Age Inquisition, everything that brought us to this point. It talks about each of the races in depth, religions, cities, areas on the map. I mean, like key characters in the storyline, how they unfolded. I mean, it's really fascinating and really well done stuff. So I'll post a link. You should go check it out. I really enjoyed listening to it and watching it. Um, I think they originally started their first thing on Dragon Age Origins, but their foray into Dragon Age as a whole is sort of a more recent thing. So go check it out, see what they have to say. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long few days. So that's pretty cool. There we go. Now, I show them to you because I want to point something out that in the Dragon Age Inquisition, there are 4 DVDs in here. They're just stuffed in there. 4. In Shadow of Mordor, there are 5 DVDs. Alright, so I don't know those of you who played games way back when they were on floppies and then CDs, but when you played a game on floppies and it came with 7 to 12 floppy disks, and throughout the game you had to like swap in the correct disk. Sometimes there was a game disk, sometimes that like you had to have in the drive, and so it would, you'd swap out to one, it would copy shit off of that on a memory, I guess, or your really small hard disk, and then you'd pull it out and you'd have to put the game disk back in order for the game to continue. I don't know, but they had that for floppies, they had it for CDs, and now they're doing it with DVDs. Thankfully, this isn't, I mean, you still have to spend 30 to 45 minutes installing it because you have to pop in and out 4 or 5 DVDs. I guess the next step is that we're going to be getting games on Blu-ray drives, or you're just going to have to download it and get it digitally. I've been getting so many games digitally that I haven't, I mean, I haven't bought a game like this or had a physical copy of a game in I don't even know how long. Maybe Dragon Age Origins. I don't know. They're all, the majority of them are behind me. I think I could go and find one, but yeah, it's just really strange. I think maybe Guild Wars 2. Anyway, um, but hopefully we're going to be moving away from multiple DVDs. Maybe it'll just be completely to digital. I don't know. The one game that I didn't find on all the Black Friday deals, it's for sale today on Steam, but it's only 33% off, is Divinity Original Sin. Something I've been really looking forward to for a long time, but I haven't, it just hasn't gotten low enough for me to jump on it yet. I've actually got sort of arrangements with 2 or 3 friends who I'm like, okay, we all have agreed that once it reaches a certain point, we haven't agreed on what that point is, but that we're all going to buy it, we're going to play it co-op. But having said that, I guess we should probably just decide what that point is, because every time it goes on sale, 20%, 33%, people send me messages, hey, is this, are we going to do it? Is it now? Are we waiting? We're waiting? Okay, we're going to wait. So we're waiting. At least until, I would say at least 50% off. Maybe 60 if we can get it. But we'll see what the Christmas sale comes with on Steam, and we'll go from there. Amazon had the great deal for this. This was $20. And done. I mean, they had $10 for the StarCraft 2, the latest expansion. Yeah, it's good stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to hopefully be playing a lot more Dragon Age Inquisition over the next week or 2 or 3. And then on December 9th, the next expansion for Destiny comes out. And I'm sort of trying to get away from Destiny for a while. I want to raid on Tuesdays, help my friends and play with them when they're playing, but otherwise I think I'm going to stay out of the game. So that's the plan. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and I really appreciate it. Tell your friends. Hit subscribe if you get a kick out of what's going on here, or if you just want to support me. And hit the thumbs up button, but definitely tell your friends. Talk about this in the forums all over the internets. And yes, I will appreciate it. So I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Welcome back to work, and we're getting into the swing of the holiday season. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but it happens every year. So there you have it. All right. I'll see you soon.